Hi, I'm Monica Breckenridge, owner of Pink Realty, and today we're going to talk about the dates and deadlines and earnest money on the contract. So when a buyer makes an offer in your home, they have to put down earnest money, and this will be held by a neutral third party, usually the title company. Um, the buyers can walk when they're under contract for almost any reason whatsoever. A seller, unfortunately, is locked into their contract. They can't walk. But a buyer is able to walk for many aspects. Their loan may not go through. Um, they may not be pleased with the inspection. So the appraisal may not come in. But there's many ways that a buyer can walk. There's dates and deadlines on the contract. And if the buyer defaults on any of their dates and deadlines, then that's when the seller can choose to cancel a contract if they wish to. So if the buyer's late in depositing their earnest money, and let's say you got another offer that came in that was $10,000 higher, well, if they defaulted on the contract, then you can terminate and go with the higher offer. But if the seller doesn't default, you can't terminate the contract. Um, so if the inspection period, the buyers can walk before the inspection objection period, or if we can't come to a resolution on the inspection. If they walk before their deadline, then they can get their earnest money back. If they walk after a deadline and there's no other deadlines that are left, then that's when the seller can get the earnest money. The buyers can walk because the loan doesn't go through, as long as they don't go past the loan objection deadline. And usually that is set for up to 3 weeks before, after the contract is written. It's 3 weeks after that contract date. So usually a buyer has up until about 3 weeks to get their earnest money back. It's very typical. Um, I mean, buyers can dream up any kind of reason they want to walk and just plug it into the loan part of it. Plug it into the appraisal, or plug it into the I didn't like my insurance as an out. So buyers have lots of outs. Just be aware of that. We definitely want to make sure that we uphold them to their dates and deadlines, so that if they do walk, we want them walking after their dates, so that you get to keep the earnest money. Sometimes earnest money is disputed, and if the buyer and seller don't agree, usually I can get the other agent to agree. If it's after a certain deadline, then it comes to a mutual agreement. But if something does not go to a mutual agreement, then it has to go to mediation, and sometimes it has to go to court and seek an attorney. Or if the buyer and seller don't want to go to that process, they may just come to a mutual agreement somehow. So that's the deal with the dates and deadlines and earnest money.